Hi guys, it's Kelly Ray. I wanted to jump on camera today and talk about leadership and listening. I think you've probably heard me, if you've been following me at all, you've heard me say that as a leader, questions are your superpower. I learned that from a very smart lady that coached me in the past, and I've really put that into practice in so many areas, and it's been really powerful. So for me, with my clients, instead of me just telling my clients, something that I see that's wrong or something that I think they could do better, I will ask them a question, a probing question or a leading question, and have them tell me what they think needs to change or have them tell me what the best answer is. And when people come up with the answers themselves, they're so much more bought in and it's so much more effective. So I always encourage my clients to do this with their staff. Now, I have sort of an example of a naughty client who is not listening, and I wanted to share it with you because if you can find or hear yourself in this example, it might be just what you need to get that paradigm shift to start becoming a more effective leader. And by more effective leader, I mean really a better listener. So I have a client, let's call her Sally, and she runs a 25-person team, and she's having a really tough time with her sales team. So there are a lot of them who aren't following procedures, a lot of them aren't even actually tracking things properly. Oh, data is so important, and she doesn't know why. And so I asked, well, we were talking about a certain particular person, and I said, well, why isn't he listening to you? And she said, well, I think it's because he's stubborn and he's older and he doesn't like to learn new things. And I asked again, I said, but why? Why isn't he doing it? And she said, well, he just won't. And I said, do you know why he's not doing it? And she was getting very frustrated with me by this point, and I'm sure you probably are too, because I know if I was on the other end of this coaching, I would be frustrated too. But here's the thing. Whoops, it's okay. Here's the thing. She didn't listen to him. She didn't ask him what's in the way for you. She didn't ask him, why aren't you following this procedure? She didn't ask him, what sort of barriers can I knock down for you so that this becomes possible? Or likely that you'll do this for me. So when she kind of realized that, oh, I wasn't listening to him, I was just talking at him, I was just telling him, I was just assuming that I knew what he thought. So I really don't know why he's not following the procedure. So then it led to an even bigger revelation, and she was a little bit emotional about it because she realized, and she shared with me, that the people in her life, in her family, her loved ones, the other people she was close to, had been sharing feedback with her that she really wasn't listening to for quite some time. They basically told her that she makes them feel like their opinions don't matter, and that she never lets them talk, and that she doesn't care what they think. And she finally got it. She never got it before, but when she started to realize, oh, I don't know why my employee's not doing what I want, she realized that she had never really asked the right question and she had never really listened. So I hope that that helps you in some situation where you have an employee not doing something that you want them to do. Just ask the question, ask what's in the way, try to find out what that barrier is so that you can solve it together with them. And remember too that my definition of listening, really listening, means that you're listening with the possibility of having your mind changed. So I know that'll help if you put it into practice, and I hope you guys are having an awesome week.